Hey guys, I know you see two knife boxes right there, but I'm not going to be reviewing two knives simultaneously. I've reviewed both of these knives already. I'm just going to give you a rundown on my new category EDCEW. So, this first one, the Benchmade, just get it out of its box. I like the Benchmade. Benchmade makes good knives. Good solid mechanism, so let me get that out. There's the Benchmade. This is the Barrage 583, which is just the Tonto unserrated. And now I'm also taking out my Kershaw Tonto Zing right here. So I have a new category. It's called EDCEW. What that stands for is Everyday Carry Everywhere. Now, what you're probably thinking is, why do you need that? Can't you just carry every knife everywhere? And that's not true. Just because a knife is legal in one area doesn't mean it's legal in another area. For example, this knife is an EDC. This knife right here is an EDCEW. So I can carry this knife pretty much anywhere I go. This knife, not so much. This knife I can carry anywhere in my local area, but about 25 miles away from me, this knife is actually illegal. This knife is pretty much legal anywhere and everywhere. So, the thing with EDCEW is that stands for Everyday Carry Everywhere. So, let me first talk about this one, because I actually use this one to discuss California knife laws, which is where I live. Hit that knife. You see this blade is 3.6 inches. That's a big blade. And it's also spring assisted, as you saw. Let me spring that out again. You can see, springs out. So, that's another one. This one is not spring assisted. As you can see, it's staying right there. So, this one's not spring assisted. That's one thing. Where if you're going to go to a new area and you don't necessarily know that local area's laws, it might be best not to have a spring assisted folder, because those are, those could be illegal. Now, let me show you the difference in sizes. See how big that is? Like, this blade compared to that blade, I have about another ½ inch on this blade. So that's one thing. Some places have laws about knife size, the blade size actually, and this is legal where I am sitting right now. But if I were to go 25 miles away, this would be illegal. Now this is legal where I am sitting right now. It would also be legal over there because it is 3 inches. That's one thing. When someone says an EDC knife, that could be a perfectly good knife for where they live. It could be illegal for where you are living. I know, for one, both these knives are legal where I am, but there's a lot of East Coast states, or the New England states, are primary suspects in this, that have size limitations on knives. I'm surprised California doesn't have one. But yeah, so I can carry this knife everywhere. Well, not everywhere in the local areas, but I can carry this knife everywhere. That's why I'm calling this knife an EDC, this knife an EDCEW. Yes, everywhere is 2 words. I just like that, how it sounds better, easier on the ear. So basically, the difference between an EDC and an EDCEW is an EDC can be carried maybe in your local areas, but not necessarily everywhere. And if you're traveling, an EDC, for what I'm saying, an EDC might not be the best to have on your person. An EDCEW, if you're traveling, will probably be safe anywhere. So, for the sake of my videos, and only my videos, don't use this new EDC and EDCEW on everyone's videos. For the sake of my videos, know that when I say I have an EDCEW, that means it is almost always going to be legal. You will have to check into your own area's laws. Maybe they have a size limit of 2.5 inches, but you can almost always have a 3-inch blade and not spring assisted, which will usually be my categories for my qualifications for EDCEW, whereas this knife right here would not be an EDCEW because you can't carry it everywhere. So an EDCEW, very simple, can carry everywhere. EDC, you can carry around maybe in your local area, but not necessarily everywhere.